We're over in r/best Redditor updates with a post by Jesse underscore Ka. All right, try finding that one. Am I the asshole for cutting my mom out of my life because she chose my ex over her own daughter? Oh. I, 38 female, was in a relationship with a jealous, narcissistic man who had a young son. During those 2 years, my parents absolutely adored both him and his child. They even took his son during school holidays and treated him like family. When I finally ended the relationship because his jealousy and control became unbearable, my parents were devastated. I had to explain my reasons in front of my ex. And during that conversation, he actually said in front of my parents that his jealousy wouldn't have happened if our bed life had been better. Yes, he really said that. My mom, who was extremely attached to his son, insisted on keeping contact and even offered to continue having him during school holidays. I wasn't against it. The kid needed stability and structure, something his dad didn't give him. For info, his kid was an accident and he never wanted him. Can you get custody? Do you want him? Out of pity, I also let my ex stay in the apartment we co-owned because he was still in an internship and needed time to find a place. Long story short, things escalated. Police got involved, and he eventually moved out 3 months later into an apartment with his new girlfriend. Since January 2023, we've had zero contact. Thank God. Fast forward to Easter 2023. At the family table, my mom casually tells his son that she'd gladly invite his dad and girlfriend over to the house. I was stunned. Me too. Hurt and asked why the hell would she do this? She answered back, it's for the well-being of the kid to keep things nice. What? Then December comes. I arrive for Christmas and notice my mom still has photos of my ex displayed. Again, I say nothing. You shouldn't. But during dessert, his son asks my dad if he's going to drink the wine his dad gave him as a gift. And my dad replies he'll wait to drink it with him here at the house. That was it for me. I walked away from the table, furious and hurt. My parents followed me to talk. I expressed how devastated I was that they kept prioritizing my ex and dismissing everything their own daughter went through, mentally and physically. My dad realized what he did and apologized, sincerely, immediately. My mom didn't. She told me it was her house and she had the right to invite whomever she wanted. You gonna invite abusive people into your crib? I hope all your shit gets stole. I told her a family home should be a safe place, and I clearly didn't feel safe anymore, so I left. And I haven't gone back since. In November 2024, she sent me a 2-page letter. No apology. Just telling me I should return to therapy. I confronted her in person. For 25 minutes, she repeated the same thing. I can welcome whoever I love into my home. You love an abusive... What? So I walked away again. At Christmas 2024, her twin sister asked if I was coming. And when I asked if my ex would be there, she said the same thing. It's my house. I'll invite whoever I want. So I cut contact with her too. Yes, she also had a good relationship with my ex and his son too. Yo, your grandma produced the worst people, bro. It's your granddaddy's fault. It's both their faults because they raised them. I only talk to my dad now. You shouldn't talk to him either, because how are you going to stay with this piece of shit? We are in 2025 now, and he keeps saying that I should get over it. And it's not such big of a deal. I'm questioning myself, so here I am. Am I the asshole for going no contact with my mom because she chose me over my ex? She, I'm reading that wrong. I'm so sorry. Am I the asshole for going no contact with my mom because she chose my ex over me? You're the asshole for not going no contact with your father. That's it. That's it. You did good by your mom, but you were physically abused to the point where you had to call the cops. I don't know if he got arrested and did jail time, but my brain's a little broken. Since this is best Redder updates, they have pulled relevant comments, unlike our previous posts. Those people were lazy, but shout out to choice_evidence 1983, and they're cool with me. Relevant comments. Comments are number 1. Replies to OP's original post. Not the asshole. I don't blame you at all. And it was inappropriate for your parents to develop that kind of bond with his kid to begin with. You were never married and only together for 2 years, yet they're treating this child like their own. I don't really agree with that, right? The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb, but the only bad part of the relationship is how close the ex is. OP replies, yes, my mom is quite frustrated that I am child-free. Oh, I got my tubes tied, and I guess she decided to get another grandchild of her own in another way. Thank you for your answer. Very helpful. Oh. Commenter number 2. Inform your parents that by continuing to allow your ex to be part of their lives, that they are dismissing your trauma and agreeing with him abusing you. Family is not always those who are related by blood or share DNA. Family are those who support, protect, appreciate, respect, and genuinely love you. Shout out to you, commenter number 2. You're commenter number 2 because you're the shit. Your parents are not showing you any of these things. No support, no protection, no appreciation, no respect, no real love. I added that part in. Spend time with people who will. Also, tell your dad that he's a horrible protector who would rather have his daughter's abuser in his home and his life rather than his traumatized daughter. All caps, sextuple exclamation points. 6 of them. For your own mental and emotional well-being and your peace, please be low contact with them and any of the screeching, flying family monkeys who think it's okay to have a relationship with your abuser. Sending hugs, take care, continue to heal, have a great life surrounded by people who support and love you. Yo, commenter number 2, bro. OP replied, I'm crying reading your answer and laughed when you mentioned the flying family monkeys. Thank you very much. I am touched by your kindness. To reassure you, I am spending time with my friends, my mermaid community, and found a new family, my boyfriend's family, which are true loving people. Thank you a lot. Commenter number 3. Sounds like your dad needs to be added to the list of no contact as well. Not the asshole. OP replies, thank you very much. Much appreciated. As he asked for forgiveness a few years back, I don't feel like cutting him off just yet. I guess it's difficult for my dad to be in the middle of both of us, me and his wife, which I understand. But I must agree that recently I almost did, but gave him a last chance. I have set up some boundaries as I refuse to give my new address to avoid unsolicited mail. Can you guys say silhouette? No, let me stop. And told him it was the last time he ever let his wife leave me a message on his personal WhatsApp. Either I will block him too. I read that with too much emphasis. It should have been read differently. The flow was off. I'm sorry, you guys. But commenter number 4 says, your mom suggested therapy. You should counter with family therapy. A therapist would be able to knock some sense into that woman. Her priority is her own family, and she's choosing a man who abused you and uses his child as an excuse. She's choosing his child over her own. She doesn't realize that the son may grow up and leave with no biological ties to them. but you're in their life for forever. Unless you go no contact. What she's doing is emotional and mental abuse to you. And she doesn't even realize it. If she wouldn't go to family therapy, I would suggest you draft a letter with a therapist and give it to your mom. Explain you did what she counseled. And this is the response you and your therapist have come up with. She see what she does with that. Would she do this if he sexually assaulted you? What he did violated you, but not in a sexual way. It's still painful, and she's choosing to allow the offender into what should be a safe space for you. This isn't normal behavior at all, and I'm glad you're not letting it go. Continue to advocate for yourself. As far as your dad is concerned, explain mental and emotional assault, like rape, is not something you just get over. It's trauma, and they aren't allowing you to heal by repeatedly trying to put the offender in your safe circle. Commenter number 4 is spitting. It must just be those even numbers. OP replied, thank you very much. We did go to family therapy many years ago, but it was especially for the relationship between my brother and father. You got a brother? And I always felt like I didn't belong in the therapy session group, as everything was mostly turning around them both. I wonder if she would accept to go to a family therapy session again, this time with me and her in the center of attention. But it is worth a try. Thank you. Oh, your parents are just shit people. Okay. Last comment, commenter number 5. That's half of me, baby. Half of 10. Not the asshole. Your mom tossed you to the curb without care and isn't bothered one bit. That's until you have a child. And then she'll come back begging for forgiveness and that she made a mistake. No, she made a choice and made the wrong one. OP replies, I guess if she tossed me, it was also because the frustration of not having grandchildren and making me pay by the fact that I tied my tubes to avoid having kids. I will not be wanting or waiting for her forgiveness. She said waiting, not wanting. I turned that page a long time ago. Thank you for your insight. Maybe she will take her forgiveness. I don't know. We got an update. Update. I'm sorry. Let me stop. This morning, I woke up to tons of comments, and I'm still reading through them. Yeah, we read some of them. Thank you all for your help and insights. I really appreciate it. I had already talked to my friends and have the support of one of my cousins, but you never really know if they're being fully honest with you or just supporting you because they care. So getting perspective from people out of my circle helped me realize that this situation is really toxic and that I'm right to protect myself. This gives me also the opportunity of collecting data because my dad, 67 years old, keeps insisting that the family should get back together and have dinner. He told me that my mom, 61, didn't appreciate being told what to do in her own home and still can't understand why I'm distant. You not talking to your wife? Why are you relaying this message to your daughter? I told him that she probably has Alzheimer's or is not willing to look herself in the mirror. I needed to remind him that she made her choice when she chose my ex over me, and that everyone around me also finds her behavior not good. Recently, he told me that family and friends don't understand my own behavior towards them. I told him that if he refuses to understand, I'll go public with the story and let people judge for themselves. Like I said, I don't know if it will bring a light up, but always good to try. Petty. Do it. Do it immediately. Some suggested family therapy, while others said it wouldn't help. I'm still thinking about it. 15 years ago, we did therapy for issues between my dad and brother, but I felt completely left out because everything revolved around them. Maybe therapy could help with confrontation, or maybe it's better to go fully no contact and protect my peace. Is your brother no contact? I still have to decide. But this event happened a few months ago. I was diagnosed with ADHD. Oh, we have a new event. I cried with relief, but also felt anger. My brother was diagnosed early and got all the support he needed. Meanwhile, I struggled in school. I was called lazy. Later at 21, I was diagnosed with dyslexia, which proved my mom wrong after years of dismissing me. When she learned recently through my dad about my ADHD diagnosis, she took my dad's phone and left a message in our private conversation saying it was not new, that I had been tested at 6, and that I shouldn't make a fuss. I was furious and felt betrayed. My brother got support, and I felt that I got neglected. That was the last straw. Any remaining trust shattered. So I really wonder if family therapy could repair this. Your dad knew. Your mom didn't help you, and your dad didn't help you. Retroactively, I understand the struggles of having ADHD. It went from me like being above and beyond, better than all the kids in the class, to just like, one day it clicked. I just don't want to do this. And then it was like, oh shit, I'm not keeping up. Oh shit, I'm not doing my homework, but I still don't really give a fuck. I just want to do what I want. I don't care. No concentration for real, doing whatever I want. Lashing out, well, because teenage hormones, but also if I can't keep up and then I start to want to put effort in, I'm already behind. I went from all A's to high school just barely passing. And that's only because I did some devious things. I know I got it from my dad. I see all the non-medicated habits that I built up throughout the years strictly in him, and hearing how he was in high school, despite being as fucking smart as he is, and him not caring, him not doing his work, and him having to go to Marines because he had such shit grades. Couldn't go to college off a scholarship because he grew up poor. Seeing that these parents knew, my dad didn't know. Shit, in his 50s, he refuses to even believe in most mental health issues, which is just fucking stupid on his part, right? Just like the average person. Somehow he's above average in intelligence, but just fucking average in thoughts about mental health. It would so benefit him to. I'm getting off topic. I'm sorry. Y'all don't need to know all my personal shit. I resonate with what OP's going through, but I feel I can't even resonate really because she got a diagnosis as a kid. She got a diagnosis. She could have been good. She could have got help. Normally, women don't get recognized as having ADHD because it appears differently compared to boys. And shit, doctors only really care about boys. All right, boys being boys. They love sucking off little boys because they're fucking weirdos. I'm sorry, you guys. Let me get back to the story. I was furious and felt betrayed. My brother got support, and I felt that I got neglected. That was the last straw. Any remaining trust had shattered. So I really wonder if family therapy could repair this. I've started setting boundaries. I refuse to give them my new address to avoid unsolicited visits or mail. I'm protecting my peace as much as possible. I thought you did that so your ex wouldn't know where you live. That fucking weirdo. Some of you said that if my dad tells me to get over it, it means he's siding with my mom. I'm still not sure and wondering. I think he's trying to avoid conflict more than anything. He has his own way of thinking and seems to struggle to see the full picture. Part of me wonders if I'm making excuses because it's hard to cut ties with someone who apologized and validated my feelings, but also I feel that he was never diagnosed too. Oh. So you got it from your dad as well. To clarify more details, according to my dad, my ex never came to their house. The problem is, I don't know if I can trust him. I don't know if he's saying this to convince me to come back or if it's actually true. It still doesn't mean they didn't invite him. I mean, how was the kid being dropped off on all the holidays? How was he getting wine as a Christmas gift? Come on. I'm child-free and had my tubes tied a long time ago. I love kids. I work with them. And I accepted my ex's child with open arms, but my mom always wanted to be a grandma. I always said my brother would have kids, but not me. So, as many of you pointed out, she's fulfilling her grandma dream with my ex's child. And she also seems to have a savior complex, trying to save this child from his home. She knew about my ex's violent behavior. I told her and even showed her physical evidence: the fist mark in the bed frame, the hole he kicked in the door, proof of his anger management. About my ex's new girlfriend and his child, I heard he didn't let her get too close. My interpretation is that he wanted to make sure the holidays stayed his, keeping the child with my parents and preventing a bond with the new girlfriend. To this day, the child still spends school holidays with my parents. A few months ago, I confronted my dad about something else. Another woman contacted me because she was dating my ex a few months back and felt that something was off. She found my contact info through social media to avoid responsibility and being authentic, just as usual. My ex told her he was struggling emotionally because his mother had recently died. She didn't. I still have access to her social media, and she is posting. It was another manipulative lie. My dad doubted the story until I showed him the messages. I don't know if he ever told my mom. It took me 2 years, 2.5 years, to reconstruct myself after this bad relationship. I found a new family with a real man who is caring, loving, and protective, with whom treats me with respect and is trustworthy. I felt like every time I tried to set boundaries, I'm made to feel like I'm the problem. But reading everyone's comments has helped me see that my feelings are valid and that I'm stepping back. Oh, and that stepping back doesn't make me a bad person. Thank you for everything. I will make an update if anything changes. Take care, all of you, and then again, gratitude to all. We're gonna read some comments, but the mom being 61 means that she is a boomer. So she's Gen W. Millennials are Gen Y. Like, why the fuck is the world like this? Boomers, why the fuck did you do us dirty like this? Why the fuck are we even alive? And that kid is probably Gen A. No, that kid is probably Gen Z. Yes, that kid is definitely Gen Z. Wait, no, because she's 37, and this is from this year, last year. So even if the kid is like 10 now, then potentially the kid is Gen A, not Gen Z, Gen A. Ooh, his life's gonna suck. Yeah, I'm thinking the mother was socialized by her parents into just being a motherly, matriarchal kind of figure. So she has nothing really in her life, probably no hobbies, no anything. So after the kids left the house, she was looking forward to and kind of just meandering through life until, boom, here's a grandchild coming along, even if it's like a step grandkid. And she latched on to him. She had 2 years to, right? Or 2.5 years, of course. And since OP was kind of a pushover, it lasted for 2 more years, even though OP had to work through her issues and like get help for the shit she's going through. That was put through. But ADHD in the father, ADHD in both the kids, and dyslexia, the parents just did poorly. Right? That generation is just the generation that goes the least to therapy. Of course, like 23, 24, 27%, I think. A quarter of them go to therapy, even though they're like the most fucked up generation. Their parents, of course, also, World War II. But these kids grew up with nuclear bomb being a threat over their head, right? The kids now, they got school shooter drills. But back then, it's the world is going to explode. So, right? But, kids get shot every week in school. Mass shootings every week. There are more weeks of kids being shot than there are weeks of school in America. So, top comment by eternally_Pharaoh. You take care of yourself first and foremost. Sometimes you have a big family. Sometimes your family is the one you choose and create. And sometimes your family is yourself. No matter what your family looks like, it should be the one that shows respect, love, and support. I'm just some random internet stranger, but I think it's always important to hear, so I want to tell you, I'm proud of your strength. I'm proud of you. Yeah, I am proud of you too, LP. You did what was necessary. Your ass went to get therapy. That's top tier shit right there. Top tier. Dash Hound Mom 5 comments. Your ex is taking his son to your parents and picking him up, so clearly he is going to go to the house. Your mom got involved with the convo with your dad. Clearly everything you tell him is going to her. Your parents prioritized your brother. They provided support and care for his disabilities. They ignored yours and basically called you whiny for bringing them up. Your dad is telling you to get over it and get back together. I think you really need to take some time to accept that your parents, both of them, are not good people. Your dad not only enables your mother, he blatantly sides with her while telling you just enough of what you want to hear to keep you their contact. Everything you say to him, she is hearing. You are in contact with her by being in contact with him. Have you considered that the way they have treated you and gaslit you led you to be vulnerable to someone like your ex? Fuck, I didn't think that. If all you know is emotional abuse and gaslighting, it's all you will expect. I hope you give yourself the gift of peace from them and walk away completely. Change your number and just leave them with the son and grandson they have chosen. Stick with the family you have found. OP replies, thank you. This is it right here. This is it right here. Ladies, and gentlemen, because gentlemen also get abused, and theys. And shout out to the non-binaries, beep. Non-binaries, shout out to y'all. And hey, shit, if I got some trans people watching, LGBTQIA plus, I'm the plus, baby, because I'm straight. I'm the S. Yeah. No, I'm not included. But not being silly. That's the thing. Not only like learning all the shit that you've been through and like growing from it, ladies and gentlemen and they thems, you need to take account of this, right? Not accountability, account of this. All the things that are popping up and know, oh shit, this is what I've been through. This is how I was turned into a victim. This is where I need to grow from. And these are the things I need to look out for in my next future partners, friendships, and any type of relationships I build in the future so I don't get abused again. Yes. I'm tapping on the table. You guys probably can't see. Don't get abused again. Yes. I'll get a wider lens in the future. I don't know. Subscribe to the Patreon. I need a new lens. It's like $1,500. Oh, that shit sound crazy. Right? Especially if y'all just listen on the podcast. You're like, what the fuck am I helping you buy a lens for? Right? These stories make me sad. I don't want to hear 2 extra more stories once a week, motherfucker. But again, take account of this, right? And not only that, help your friends learn this. Help your kids know, if you have kids, if you're going to pop kids out, these are the things that you have to look out for. And here's how you better yourself so you don't end up prey, right? Hunted by. You don't end up a victim of an assailant who would do harm to you for their own sick mental and physical gain, right? Because that's all this is. They just want a hole to hump, to fuck, and someone to take care of the house and whatever fucked up mental needs that they may have that turns out to form companionship. Right. Write it all down, take inventory. Don't go after similar people. Right. Notice these traits in people. Don't fuck with those people in the future. Right. You become better, you will not be attractive. You will not look like a tasty treat to these people. Then things will be better. And you pass along this information. You pass along, you share with your friends and family. right? If your friends and family are like them, cut them the fuck off. Cut them the fuck off and get therapy, man. Get therapy, bro. Ooh. A comment by Beagle Mama. Protect your peace and stay low contact with your dad. Maybe no contact with your mother. Mummy Dearest sounds like she has some strong traits of narcissism, so she will be difficult to deal with. She probably sees your setting boundaries as your defiance and the undermining of her control. Yes. There's a good book that might be insightful for you. Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents. I'm going to make sure that this is added to the readings for you guys. So this will be linked. This will be linked. This will be linked. I hate to do it to you, but I'm going to give you an Amazon link for this, okay? Yeah, I'm going to give you an Amazon link. Fuck Amazon, though. That book taught me a lot about my narc mother and how we were destined to never have a healthy relationship. I hope it helps you. Go gently. With some star emojis, yeah. OP says, thank you for just suggesting this book. I'm going to order it. Ooh. Dry description 8472 asks the number one question. Well, two of them actually. Does your relationship with your parents bring anything of value? Any good emotions or support? And OP replies, that is a very good question. I must take time to think about it. OP, you need therapy bad, bro. You need therapy bad. Oh man, I need to send you this video. I don't think I'm really saying anything right that like is anything that you might not have already heard, but you're doing yourself a disservice not getting therapy. And if your therapist like is not the shit, go on to log into your insurance portal, right? Hopefully you should be able to search for therapists in like a 20-mile radius. Or if you're fine with driving like 30 miles from the crib, right? If you're fine doing like a 40-hour, 50-hour drive, an hour drive to get to a therapist, fuck Zoom therapy. Fuck phone therapy. I tried it once. With the therapist that I like that I go to, the vibes were just not there. I felt like I was like not being myself and just being like a polite person and acting like they were like a client or something. The vibes is just not there. So I want you to narrow down. Boom, immediately cut out all the male therapists, move them to the side, right? Pull up the therapists that have the best degrees that you need to speak with, right? Because different therapists will have different degrees. Boom, you cut out the ones you don't want to fuck with. Then get you a doctor. Boom, you cut out the master's degree boys. Those are the young ones, right? Maybe it might be a good young one there, but they're at the bottom of the barrel. The men are at the bottom of the barrel. The master's degrees at the bottom of the barrel. This is what I did, right? And then I boom. I researched every single, actually, I don't think I was able to remove the men, right? But I was able to research the top therapists in my area, right? That I consider the best because they had the doctorate degrees, right? They had the doctor degrees. They had doctorates. Then I saw reviews. I removed all the ones who had shitty reviews, and I was only left with like 2 or 3. Looked at them. I was like, boom, that's the best one. And no, that's not what I did. Everything I just said is what I did, but I wasn't looking for a psychiatrist so I could get diagnosed. Yeah, but I got finessed. I ended up with like a new primary care doctor and a therapist. I wasn't even trying to get therapy. I was trying to properly get diagnosed for ADHD. I was like, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna do it. The algorithm saying I got ADHD. My boy that I work with every day say I got ADHD, and I'm like, fuck, we're kind of too similar. I want to punch you in the face. I'm gonna prove you wrong, motherfucker. Me and challenges. But yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. I still am going to go to like an actual therapist and like do a whole battery of tests. Actual therapist? No, because I ended up actually speaking with a psychiatrist. Yeah. Again, the Epic Health is so weird. If you're familiar with them, their whole system is so odd. Because I thought I was going to still like be messing with Henry Ford, but going through my insurance, I ended up in a different hospital system because they're all just businesses, right? I think that is so stupid. They should be ran by the government, owned by the states at a higher percentage, and be thoroughly for the people, all one big system, right? That way, if you hack a hospital, we're gonna send the Marines to blow up your house, right? You want to use AI to hack a hospital? We're gonna blow your shit up.